Okay? Okay, now, after all the fun, let's get back to work. Okay, can everybody? Now let's get back to work. We really come. It's about giving an attempt and trying and doing and having everything yourself. Okay? Come. Okay, now, so right now you have all the formula sheet to help you. Okay, so really, if you see the animation, this is from Wikipedia. The animation shows you how the circle, okay, the wheel. You can see the red line. The red line means like the perimeter, the circumference of the circle. And in your red cell, you can see the diameter and the relationship with its perimeter is this special number called pi. And in fact, yes, pi is a long number. Okay, let's get back to our work here. So right now, I want to emphasize this again. All these are provided for you. Please really work hard to try to recall and remember them. In an exam time, definitely this has to be in your head already. For now, you can still have reference to it. Okay, so back to what we were doing yesterday. I said time and time again that calculating the circumference of a circle, there are two formulas, pi d or 2 pi r. Essentially, they are the same thing because diameter is 2 of r and radius is half of diameter. It's actually the same thing. And then I said, in problems in your textbook and workbook, you need to remember to look carefully. Did the question ask you to use the calculator's pi, 3.14 or 22 over 7? Okay, you can see that this is all approximations. Okay, so this was DIY. I hope it was okay for you. Right, it's similar, just rotated. The units is in meters. Okay, and then the next page, I think most of us have tried that. It's really good. In this case, we are taking pi as 3.14. So the diameter is the one that is provided here. So for this one, the parameter I'm using pi times diameter, which is 3.14 indicated times 18 centimeter. Using the calculator for this, 3. Certainly, it's very helpful if you can use the calculator and you remember the formula. So solving it is very fast. Right? Okay, then with the perimeter of the quarter circle here, you are given the radius. Oh, I missed out. I made a mistake here. Yeah. Yeah, I never do what? First, I made a grievous mistake in this answer. The first part is I never do half. What's another part? I never add the diameter. So I make very bad mistakes here. What else did I? So this one I must times half. Then I must plus the diameter 18. Oh gosh. So I have 56.2, I must divide by 2 first, which is 28.26 plus 18. For the 6.26 centimeter. Is this correct now? Yes. I think I was quite anxious just now because we spent quite a bit of time having fun just now. So I'm a bit anxious that we must quickly get into task. But I'm really glad that you were quick to point out my mistakes and fix it. Right? Okay. Okay, so I better remind myself to look at the correct formula as well. So perimeter of the quarter circle rotate here. So I have 1/4 times 2 pi r, then plus radius plus radius. Is that okay? Yeah. So 1/4 times 2 times 3.14 times radius 8 plus 8 plus 8. Very long equation. If I use my calculator, bracket 1/4 times 2 times 2 times 3.14 times radius 8. 1/4 times 2 pi r plus 8 plus 8. Is this correct? Yes. Yes, okay. Meter, This is quite okay? Okay, then the next one says including rounding. Find the perimeter of the semicircle. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So this is the semicircle. The formula for this one, I will use the 2 pi r because the radius is the one that's given. So I remember I will do half times 2 pi r plus radius. So half times 2 times pi of the calculator times r is 15 plus 15 plus 15. So you can just use this one. Half times 2 times pi. Pi in the calculator times radius 15 plus 15 plus semicircle plus 15, correct, radius. Okay, half times 2 times pi times 15 close bracket plus 15 plus 15. Okay, equal. I have 77.123888. Okay, just round off to 2 decimal places. 77.12 meter. Is this okay? Is it the same? Did I do this correctly? Yes. You gotta check because just now I was anxious. I also made mistake. Okay. So get this out again. The last one you do yourself. I think it's quite okay. Was this okay for you? Okay. So 1/4 times 2 pi r plus radius. So I press the calculator for 1/4 times 2 times pi times 17, close bracket plus 17 plus 17. Then it's the pressing of the calculator. Is this okay? Okay, you work on this on your own. Round to 2 decimal places. Unit centimeter. Okay, let's move on to the more complex one. Perimeter of combinations of shapes. Okay? Then you have the level 2 questions. Okay, shall we? Okay, ready? Now, here we are looking at the perimeter of the figures here. And then here says take pi as 22/7. You realize that I didn't include 3/4 in my formula sheet. I hope you get the idea of how to do it similarly. With O as the center of circle, the figure is made out of 3/4 circles. And then it has 2 straight sides. So I can find the arc first. The length of the arc will be 3/4 of the circumference of the circle. So 3/4 of the circumference of circle, in this case there's radius provided, so I will use 2 pi r. Now in this case, the pi is to be taken as 22/7. Okay, I will remind myself it's centimeter. Then times r is 21. So simplify. Then simplify. And still got the 3/4 here. So I will write down 3/4 multiplied by how many? Simplify everything, 33. Then I can continue to solve. It's 99 over 4. Huh? Why cannot put equal there? Put here. Oh, sorry, you're right. Okay, so 3/4 times the circle, 2 pi r. 2 times pi times r. So I simplify everything, cancel, 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 cancel. I get 33 times 3/4, which is 99 over 4. Which I can simplify to, oh, really? Then from the up, this one can be 99/4 will be, let me do my division. Okay. (24 3/4). The arc is 24 3/4 centimeters. Then I add the two straight sides, so the total perimeter is the arc 24 3/4 plus 21 plus 21. 21 plus 21 is 42. 42 plus 24. Huh? Oh, sorry. Not this one. Here, but it's equal already, right? I'm using 22/7. It's not an approximation. Oh, you're here. Oh, okay. But it is equal. It is equal. 99 over 4 is equal to 24 3/4. It is what? Equal. You want to put it below? Can. If to be neat and tidy, I guess I can agree with you. Like that better? Can, okay. Okay, agree to get the approval from Ryan. Plus 42, so 66 3/4. But this is not a calculator question, so you really need to work on the sums. Is this okay? Moving on. Hey, you realize that actually in this question the steps are similar. Yeah, so the green arc is this one. Yeah, and then you get the green arc. Then you add in the straight sides. Okay, the next one here, A is actually the same thing, similar, in the sense that I have the semicircle here, this is the arc. Then the quarter circle is also this arc. So these two arcs add together, doesn't it give me 3/4 also? Right? Yeah. So actually to find the arcs, right? This green arc and this green arc, this is a half and this is a quarter circle. So I can just put it together as 3/4 of the 2 pi r. They have the same radius also, 14 and 14. So you can just use 3/4 times 2 pi r. So in this case, it's 3/4 times 2 times 22/7 times the radius 14. That's the two green arcs add together. This is a half and this is a quarter, so together is 3/4. And do my simplifying. So I have 22 times 3/4 times 22. That will be 66/4, which will be 16.5, because 16 and 2/4. I can simplify this further to have 33/2, the same. Also can. So the arcs together is 16.5. Then from here, I find the whole parameter by using the arcs 16.5 plus 14 plus 14. So 14 and 14 is 28. 28 plus 16, 44. 44.5 centimeter. You finished this already, is it? Have you finished this already, is it? I see you look very chill. So is it okay? Can? Okay, this part doesn't allow the use of calculator. So you need to remember how to do the simplifying of fractions. Okay? But not too challenging because you're going to be handling just one fraction. That's 22/7. Okay? Okay, moving on. Moving on. Okay. Do partial of it and you do partial of it, okay? Now I'm expected to actually move us to more complex shapes at the back. Yeah. But can we try this as well? Let's go with this as DIY, shall we? This as homework. These two questions. But I give you a little bit of a guide here, okay? Are you okay? We're only 5 minutes to the end of the class. Can you tell me if you feel confident you can manage these two questions on your own? Okay? So look again at the arcs here. You have, this is page 180. You have the figure made up of two semicircles. And these two semicircles are the common circles. Okay? And then you have the two straight lines here. So if you are not so sure what the parameter is, trace your finger around it to see. Huh? You trace your finger around to see. Now, yes, that's right. The diameter is 14. Now, so look at this. Actually, this question is very easy to do. Even though the shape looks like it's complicated, but actually it's very easy to do. Why? Yes. Yes. Actually, you see, this figure looks complicated, but actually it's going to be very easy. Why? Can you imagine what, Yeah, correct. So these two, the radius add together is actually the diameter. The diameter is actually 7 plus 7, which is 14 centimeter. Because this part fixed pretty easily. Now, what do you think happens when you put these two semicircle arcs together? Yes. So the two semicircle arcs you put together, you actually get a circle. Right? I got two semicircle arcs. I put them together, I actually get a whole circle. So actually to find the parameter for this is not difficult. The arcs put together is actually just a circle. It's just pi d. And that is 22 over 7 times the diameter, which Ryan tells us very quickly, is 14. And I can simplify this, and that's 44 centimeter. These two arcs combine. I do not have to find the semicircles separately, then add them together. Right? These two semicircles add together is one circle already. So I just find the circle. And then just now, Ryan already said, look, these two lines add together is the diameter. So the parameter for this figure isn't too complicated. It's just the circle, 44 centimeter, plus the diameter, which is this two. And that's very quick. I can get the answer as 58 centimeter already. So actually yesterday during our remedial class, some of our friends like Elena and Angel, they draw some very, very amazing shapes. Okay, you should go and ask them what did they draw yesterday. Like a boomerang, pinwheel, and it looks almost impossible to copy and calculate. But then when you look at it closer, you realize that the parameters are not that complicated because you can actually put the arcs together. Okay? So you really ask yourself, how has the circle changed? It's split into two semicircles. And how can I put the shapes back together? Just as for the next one. And so, what happens if I take these two arcs and combine them? Yeah, see, some of your friends are very quick to answer already. So do you really have to find the individual arcs? No, you don't have to. Then please go back and try this on your own, okay? Now that you can figure out. Let's look at this one. Just look at this particular one, the star here. The four-pointed star. A shining, shimmering, splendid star. Now, it is made out of four arcs here. Yes! Do you hear what question says? It's just a circle. Yes. So in the end, like Shelton said, yay! It's a calculator question. So can you feel a bit more confident now that even though this is a level 2 question, it's a challenge of your brain, but if you just think a little bit, like a rubber band, be a bit flexible. Imagine how you put the arcs together. Does this star, four-pointed star, is like what question says, it can just be a circle. So for the parameter of this is just a circle. In this case, what is pi? Thank you. But I don't have the radius. What will be the radius? Is the radius 38? Yes, that's diameter. So how do I find the radius? Yes, 38 divided by 2, and that will be 19. And I just have to press the calculator for this. Can I ask of you to try this page as well? Okay, give it a try. If you are unsure, like I said, if you are unsure, you can split your
working page into 2 columns, one for the work and one for the corrections. Remember to reduce your font size. Otherwise, use a pencil like what I'm doing here. Is that okay? Can everybody? Now, so everybody, your homework, page 180181. Is that okay? Okay, see you on Monday.